Bye.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the first edition, the very first episode of Mavs Gaming Plugged In. We're live right now for the first time. I've never done this live, so again, I was just telling LT and Buddy, forgive me if there's technical difficulties. But what's up, everyone? I go by the name of Jordan, aka Miss Jordy. If you haven't checked me out on Twitch or YouTube, make sure you do so. And I want our guests to introduce themselves. They really don't need explanations, but LT, first off to you.
How y'all doing? LT Fairley. I'm the head coach of Mavs Gaming. I'm just enjoying this nice Friday. It is Friday, right? All the
Yeah.
days feel the same at this point. Just enjoying this nice Friday afternoon. Yeah. So, buddy.
All right, everyone. Lawrence, aka Buddy, brand ambassador for Mavs Gaming, as well as director for gaming camps. It's good.
What is very good. So, now, first and foremost, if you have never watched Plugged In before, it is our weekly recap series focused on the season and focused on our Mavs gaming team. We're headed into season 3. Unfortunately, things currently are postponed with the NBA 2K League and everything that's going on in the world. So, we're bringing some quick updates to you live on Twitch for the first time. Let us know, chat it up, chop it up with us in the comment section if you like this method of broadcasting. If you have any thoughts, we'll be checking the chat all broadcast long so you can chime in on the conversation. And speaking of Chime, our partner, huge thank you to Chime. Chime is changing the way people feel about banking. Visit chime.com to sign up today. So, first and foremost, we want to get to a conversation with Coach LT about the team. Everything is different. We are in a whole new state right now in the world. So, how are you guys adjusting to everything that's been going on, and how are you feeling personally and everything like that?
Um, Everybody adjusting pretty well. It definitely took some time, just because nobody on the team and a lot of people alive just never been through something like this. So the first week was let's say just rather slow because we kind of went from like the peak of the season, not really the peak of the season, but like everybody high hopes, everybody excited about being in market, getting back together after last year, to sitting in the house all day, trapped behind doors. So first
Yeah.
week definitely took some adjustments. We was actually in our boot camp phase to where we practiced all day. So it went from practicing all day to not practicing all day. But now everybody's upbeat, everybody good. We got the PCs in the apartments. We currently playing remotely from home. Um, so we good. Me myself, I've been all right. Same thing. Working from home is a different beast. A lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, and yeah. So I've been all right.
So, okay, so you moved the PCs over. How long did
Okay.
that process take? Like, what was that
It would
like?
take about 2 hours, give or take. Shout out to Coach Lance. Me and him kind of double teamed the whole ordeal. Um, it was crazy. We had to unhook everything, detach the monitors from the Veritas stands that we do have, put it back on the stand, Lysol everything, a full wipe down, make sure everything was up to par and virus free. Um, Keyboards, headsets, cords, and then all once we did get everything loaded into the van, we just went over there and had the players meet us at our apartments. They went picked it up, and then it was the second portion of just FaceTime and trying to teach them what exactly it takes to play. We point them through settings. So I'll say a good 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 3 hours per player or just in
Nah,
total?
nah, nah, nah. In total, in total. If it was per
Total.
player, if it was per player, we'd still be working right now. So,
So
so
Wow.
everybody has the setup from the Mavs Gaming facility correct in their apartment.
yep, correct. Everything minus the desk. All our players were able to find a place inside their apartment to play. So everybody's set up. We up and running, and hopefully we'll look to dive deep into some scrims. But as of right now, we're kind of just playing each other, getting some shots up against the computers. We should hopefully be in a good rhythm within the next week or so.
Okay.
Awesome. So when you guys were actually like practicing, because we haven't technically discussed it with you guys since the players have been drafted and moved into market, how have those scrims been going, and how is the chemistry and everything going with that?
Um, it's different from last year. I think that's the best way to describe it. Was last year we started off 10-0. This year, we're gonna do just as good, if not better, in the long haul. We definitely drafted a lot more personality this year, so just team vibes overall is just a lot better. We have fun. We high five. An actual on court gameplay. We've been holding on. Playing really great basketball. So I think we're gonna jump off to a good start once we do get back in the mood and swing of things. So it's fun, great vibes, everybody having a great time.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
so what? I mean, obviously, maybe it's an early transition, but for this, how did y'all plan? Once you heard about the news for this 3v3 showdown, like, how did y'all plan, and how were y'all excited? Were y'all like, oh, this is like, this would be a fun opportunity? Did y'all like play each other 3v3 for? Like, how did y'all game plan for this?
Once the league actually announced it, the change of pace was kind of much needed, just because, like I said, we went from the tip top to plumb down, not playing. So they announced it. We was all excited, and from there we kind of, me and Lance had a call. We tried to see how could we put the players in the best position to succeed. And then we called them up. We got a FaceTime group chat. That's how we communicate. I just clicked the FaceTime button. Everybody jump in, and we all kind of just talked it out. A lot of things played a factor, from shooters looking to shoot to each team having a lockdown, the players' chemistry who've been playing together forever. Like Dimes and Sleety's got a both breakout background, so pairing those two together was right off rip. Try to get a heads up on the opponents, and from a chemistry aspect. Same with Mo and Sherm. They played the whole offseason together. So those two was kind of set in stone. And we've been kind of running Spartan a little bit at the center position in practice. So we're going to look to maybe throw him in there and then split Pete off to the other team. So that's kind of like how it all came together. And by the end of it, I think everybody was in a good headspace to come out and compete in the 3-4. So we'll see how we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
great segue into that.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, great
I'm
segue
sorry,
into that. No, that's great. Great segue into the 3-for-all showdown though, buddy. So for those in chat, I want to take a really quick step back. For those that are in chat,
Sorry.
no, that's fine. For those that don't know, the NBA 2K League announced earlier this week that last week, that they will be having this fan park competition. Get your three, grab your three, and then everybody come out to the park, support, show out, stream, and just an exciting way for fans to get a chance at $25,000 and compete against these influencers, women in gaming, and also teams like MavsGG. So, I also want to know, did the guys have any say on which console they might be able to play on? Because I know a lot of our guys are on PS4. So how did you get them to agree to play on Xbox?
Bro, it was a tough transition. That was the first thing. Because once we presented the idea and just what the league came up with 3-for-all, they was like Xbox, PlayStation. That was the first thing they saw, and everybody hands it up. I'm playing on PlayStation. I'm playing on PlayStation. But by the end, after everything I just said, and we all got in the FaceTime, talked about it. Spartan, who was very openly, he was open to playing on Xbox, so he was a given. And then kind of his teammates kind of went with him over there. And Mo actually got an Xbox background, so he didn't mind also. And Sherm never really played the console much, but if you know Justin, he's always open to new things. So he was another first ones to agree. So, and then the rest defaulted to PlayStation. So that's how we came up to it. But definitely everybody was hands up for PlayStation. It was we got through it though. We got through it.
Right. And so do you know if they've started coming up with like strategies for 3v3? Because, 5v5 is in our blood. That's the 2K League Pro-Am. But do these guys have any like strategies for 3v3?
They labbing right now. They are absolutely labbing. When it comes to builds, the builds they playing on, Every team do got their idea of what they're gonna do, but they're kind of keeping it under wraps. I mean, I know, but I don't know if I want to let them know. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know. So they definitely doing what they can and gonna compete at a high level. So yeah, they strategizing, man. So
All right, so we do have a couple of chat questions. These two questions sound like they're exactly the same. We'll just take a quick moment to answer you guys. Hot Dog Casserole and Tea Spring 5 both want to know, when does this event technically start as a whole?
hey, y'all want to take that one?
Lawrence, you? I know the answer. You.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So the amateur league does start in within like 15 minutes. As Greg said, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 Eastern. So we'll be starting soon, and it will be streamed on the NBA 2K League Twitch channel.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so I hope that answers you guys' questions. Keep chiming in the chat. Let us know your questions. You can ask Coach LT questions about the team, maybe season 3. He'll definitely answer those for you guys. So moving on, let's just go ahead and jump right into this part of the conversation, the fan bracket. Last
Okay.
night, Black Frank Wright's show took place. He announced the fan brackets, 32 teams, both on PS4 and Xbox. Really exciting. Seems like a lot of people in the chat were pretty hyped up, those that were selected, of course. Any teams or any players that kind of stood out for you guys from the ones that he did say?
I think the ones that stuck out the most is just the players that made the 2K League draft pool. Because I spent this whole off season scouting players, looking to see who's the best fit to come to Mavs gaming. So I kind of got a good insight on how those players can go out and participate just from watching them a lot. So I'm looking forward to see how they compete at the highest level and possibly against people who got drafted over them. So hopefully they come in with a nice little chip on their shoulder. Feel me? So.
Right. Yeah.
Mm. So how do you feel about? I mean, obviously, Park and Pro Am are two different modes. How do you feel about somebody? This is obviously a way that somebody can get their name out and build their brand and get some exposure. Obviously, if they're going for the league, how do you feel about somebody? Obviously, like I said, has more of a Park background that wants to go for the league and that does well in this. Do you think this is? What would you say to them? Do they need to start playing Pro Am more, or can they keep going since they made the name from playing 3v3?
Yeah, I would definitely say start transitioning into pro am. It's a big difference between 5 players on the court and 3 players on the court. At the end of the day, it's 2K, but just what you can do defensively and just schemes compared to the park is so much more complex in pro am that it may take a little bit of time for a couple of the park guards to adjust. But in the same breath, you do got them guys who came straight from the park community, and now we see them playing in the 2K league. So game modes are different, but not saying they can't adjust. But I think it'll be a rough transition for some. But when it comes to this actual event, I think pro am players, park players, they both gonna be competitive. It's some of the elite stage players in here. Um, Honestly, I'm a big 2K League guy. Love the 2K League, but I think those are the guys with the target on their back, man. We gonna have to 2K League guys gonna have to take them down. So we'll see. But right now, those guys are definitely front runners.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like when we were watching, I was watching Black Frank White's show yesterday, and he talked about the first round of the bracket and how Zuli is facing Demon Kev and also D Time, and they're all 3 huge streamers, and
Yeah.
we all watch them on stage, we all watch their wagers, all of that. So seeing those guys, and if they do make it to the 2K League bracket and influencer bracket, I just think it's going to be so good for the community too, because then like it's a merging of both worlds, like
Yeah.
just right off the bat, like it's just
Uh,
very exciting overall. So
Absolutely, it's gonna be very entertaining. And the further we go in the tournament, the more competitive it's gonna get, and that's what drives me. I freaking love it. So I know the 2K League players, they gonna come with it. So it's gonna be fun.
okay, so I want to go around. I have a fun question for you guys. So
Okay.
I want all three of us to say it. And Lawrence, I'm going to start with you, okay? What
Okay.
if you were making a squad for this competition, for this showdown? What would
Okay.
be the three builds that you would want to have on your team? Does that make
Rebuild.
sense?
Yeah. Okay. I would probably run a two-way slashing playmaker at the one. Do we have to say the badge or can we just
No,
say
you don't have to
the
say the
build?
badges, just the
Okay.
builds.
A two-way slashing playmaker at the one. Uh, Probably a perimeter lockdown at the
Okay.
two, and either a glass cleaning lock at the center or a glass cleaner. One of those would be the build. The build I would run
Nice.
in my. We can all shoot, and then we have the one ball handler, and we have a perimeter lockdown. We can lock up and shoot. So I think that kind of gives some like diversity to the team.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
Coach?
Okay. Myself, I think I'm gonna go with a BP with tendencies.
I
At
was
the
going to say
one
that one. You took
with tendencies.
mine. With
Tendencies
tendency.
in. Okay.
Then
Okay.
I'm getting the best lock, like a perimeter lock, somebody that can absolutely box everything, and then I'm gonna get some type of center build, maybe a glass lock that can still play high level defense, but can shoot the pop if the BP want to throw them out and have them pop like for a game one a couple times throughout the game, just to mix it up. So BP perimeter lock and maybe a glass lock, a shooting center, a shooting inside center, like a
Yeah.
defensive one.
So we got
Okay.
two out of three there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Know what I'm
So
saying?
I'm gonna definitely agree with LT on the shooting glass lock. That's my build, my main build anyway. So you
Yeah.
have to have an outside, like I have to have an outside center because I'm gonna be honest. I would ISO if I had the guard that could ISO. I would ISO out the gate. I would go with the BP as well. Probably I the two I feel like is such a hard choice because there's so many different ways you can go. But I think I would go with a rebounding wing. Um,
Ooh.
I would definitely go with the rebounding wing. I think if you could switch the defense, like put the rebounding wing on the guard on the other team, because I feel like most teams are going to try to ISO. I feel like you could have like solid, like or you could even go small because I feel like centers and park are getting shorter and shorter. So it's like you could put the rebounding wing at the three. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's
That's
actually I
true.
kind of like. I used to play three at the rebounding wing. That's how we.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Maybe we all do. We'll see
Yeah,
what
you're
people
right.
do tonight.
That's my
In
you
this 2K, somebody may pull out three paint beasts.
know. Three pages to win. That's gonna be
Hey,
something.
if you get the win, I mean,
All
Yeah.
twos.
Right. So, anything else you guys have on your mind related to the tournament before we go to the chat chime in?
um, nah, I just think it definitely be fun. It's gonna be highly entertainment and highly entertaining. I appreciate the 2K League for giving all the players opportunity like this. So
Yeah. Definitely then appreciate the league for engaging the fans as well and as well as the league players in the community. So there's stuff going on, to get our minds aware of what's going on in the real world. This is like a good, fun, thing that's going on. And maybe continue.
yeah, and definitely last thing I'm gonna say, this tournament actually could definitely uh put the world on notice of a lot of players. This is definitely a big opportunity for them guys who maybe not in the league or have league inspiration. Like you front page and center, like you're gonna get a lot of attention if you ball out in this tournament. So all you guys who out there who fall into that category, man, bring your A game. We definitely watching. Everybody's watching. A lot of eyes. So
The world is watching.
I don't know. Is it too late for us to sign up? Let's go. I'm saying let's get to it.
wait, us three?
Okay.
Us three?
Yeah.
Oh, we do have a squad right here. Hold on. Hold on. I can play the center. Let's go.
So
I
Nah,
think
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I think it's too late. I think it's way too late. Okay, we do have some questions though. I'll go ahead and answer Piff Boy. This is Chat Chime In. This segment is related to our partner. Make sure you check out chime.com. It is banking made awesome. Piff Boy, the showdown tournament whatever you're calling it, starts tonight in 5 minutes on the NBA 2K League channel, twitch.tv/NBA 2K League. Make sure you check it out. And Mediocre CEO asks, are there any teams in the bracket we should keep our eye out for? Now, I'll go ahead and say it. It's really difficult for us to say without seeing all the teams and who's on them. But I believe there was a team, Brian Mazik, I'm going to reference his article. I checked it out earlier today. He mentioned a team named Peerless. They have a couple of players who were in the draft pool. 2 out of the 3, I think, were in the draft pool. So Shaken Baker and I can't remember the other guy's name. It starts with an M, ends with I. Mazi, maybe.
Mazi.
Yeah, does that? Okay, so yeah, that was right. So yeah, I think maybe that's a team on PS4. Xbox, honestly, I'm not sure who's on the rosters. So hard to call for sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any opinion on that?
I would agree with the peerless team. Two 2K League draft pool eligible players. They have to do something to get there. I know Shake won multiple championships, actually a Texas ticket champion. So with him not getting drafted, he falls into the category chip on the shoulder. Come out and ball, and do your thing. So I'll be watching.
Yeah, and just like they said, to add to that, it's kind of hard. Just like you said, we don't know exactly who's on each roster, so we won't really know the names. But I'm gonna go with the dark horse stage team. Somebody a team that just lives in the stage. This may be their bread and butter right here.
Yeah, wait, buddy. Is that the first bracket or the entire tournament?
Oh, talking about the first bracket. Oh, probably for the first bracket. I'm gonna say first bracket for right now. I'm not gonna hit my bet. First bracket for right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
That's fair. That is fair. So if there are no more questions in the chat, I really appreciate both of you guys being on this first episode of Plugged In. This was a lot of fun. The NBA 2K League's already live. So for those that are looking for you guys, where can they find you on social media? LT, first to you.
My social media is at Tywin, which is my real name, at TOIJUIN, or you can simply type in LT Fairley. Buddy?
Mine is YoBuddy _ on Twitter. Instagram is YoBuddy with 3 underscores. The real original.
3 underscores. And again, you can find me at Miss Jordy on Twitch and on YouTube. It's JOURDY. So, but more than anything else, make sure you guys follow at MavsGG. Drop a follow to this Twitch account. We are on almost every single social media platform except Google Plus because it's probably going to die soon. So, with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and host the NBA 2K League's channel. I appreciate everybody coming through to the stream. Mediocre CEO, Young A-Loft, I appreciate you being here. Bo Vice, Trey.
Shout out to Trey.
We see you in the building. Piff Boy, Teespring, everybody, appreciate y'all asking those questions.
Coming through
for us. Make sure you guys enjoy the show on NBA 2K League, and we will see you guys later.